Hey guys, it's Kate and I hope you're having a wonderful day today. I wanted to do a quick little watercolor abstract painting and break out my stencils today. So I'm working on my MeiLiang palette and I've pre-mixed a couple of colors. I've got some sienna and burnt sienna here. I have some cobalt blue and vermilion here and a little bit of yellow ochre. So we're going to get started with the quill brush. And I'm working on 100% cotton paper. This is New York Central hot press, so it's got a bit of a smoother surface than the cold press, but I really enjoy using both of them. So it just depends. You can try both and see which one you like better if you want to try this paper. So I'm going to get started doing some light marks with my brush, and I'm just going to be very watery with this today and let things spread out and get nice and cloudy. And I just want it to be kind of a fun abstract painting. And I'm just letting these colors spread and mix on the page, and I'm just dipping into them pretty randomly. I like having a bit of a neutral palette today, so we're going to work with that, and I am getting pretty watery with my paints. And I'm just dropping in some color in some different spots and letting it sort of organically spread. And I love this blue mixture. It's almost like a sky blue or a Wedgwood blue in a way, and it's just a really, really pretty color. I'm going to get some soft edges here and just really dip into this water. I'm going to mix up a little bit more blue in here and get it a little bit more strongly pigmented. And just drop a little bit into some areas here. Now I've got a little bit of water pooling here, so I'm just going to dab it up and blot it on my paper towel. Same here. I just want to have some nice soft edges. Just like that. And I love that earthy look. So I am still damp and I've got a bit of a sheen on this paper, but it's not soaking wet anymore. I want to add some texture to this with some of my alcohol. So I'm just going to dip into my bottle and kind of drop some here on the page, just like that. And that will add some extra texture to my painted area and a little bit of a pattern to the background. So I'm going to let this finish drying and I'll be right back. Okay, we are completely dry and I wanted to do a little bit of stenciling with my ink. So I've got 3 different colors here of the Ranger Distress Archival ink. I have Hickory Smoke, Faded Jeans, and Dusty Concord. So I'm going to do a little bit of stenciling. I'm not sure exactly what all colors I'm going to use, but I have picked out this little pattern stamp that I'm going to do some marks in the background. So for that, I think I'm going to use the hickory smoke. And I've got my blending tool here, and so I'm going to go into this. This is a nice color because it just kind of fades into the background. It's a light gray color, and it's really subtle, which is nice for those background patterns. And you can barely even tell it's going down, but you can see it very faintly. And that's one of my favorite inks to use. Not that I've used a ton, but I really enjoy it. So I'm just going to give this a good once over, and I'm going to go outside of my watercolor painting a little bit. And I'm going to try to match it up where I already have some marks down, and I'm going to continue it up into that corner. And I'm just holding it down, getting it even with the paper so that I get a nice clean stencil mark. And I'm just going to make sure I get good coverage. I can always lift it up and just double check. And I think that looks really pretty. I actually might put a little bit down into this area here, but not too much. Like that. I love that. Okay, I'm going to put that aside. Now I got out this stencil here, which I really love the florals on this, and so I thought that that would look really pretty in this artwork. So I'm going to start with this, and I think I'd like to use the faded jeans because that blue color, I want it to pop out from that sort of similar blue from the background. And this is actually the first time I'm using this ink, so we'll get to see how it goes down together. And I like it so far. Now I'm going to do this one darker than the background, just to get that flower really popping off from the background, get it some nice rich color. I may even add some of that Dusty Concord over the top, but we'll see what this looks like first. And just continue on through here with that color. And I'm just being careful not to get that extra bit there. I don't want that in my painting. All right. Now I think what I might do is instead of this, oh, that's nice. I'm actually going to bring this around like this and do these here. And maybe, let me see how this looks actually. Yeah. I think I'm going to put it down just like that. And I'm just dipping to get some nice strong color from my ink pad. And this faded jeans color is really pretty. I really like it. And I think it's going to go nicely with that blue from the watercolor in the background. All right, let's see. Oh, that's very nice. I love that. Now I wonder if I were to get my purple, why not? And put just a couple extra little flowers sort of bunched in here. So maybe I put one there and just kind of overlap it with the blue. That's pretty. And maybe another one down here. What if we did one just like this? Yeah. That's really nice. Okay. Okay, I think last but not least, we should add some gold. So I grabbed my Uni-ball pen, and I really haven't used this a ton, but I do like the gold that comes out of it. So I'm just going to add a few little details to these flowers. And I think what I'd like to do is add some dots just to the outside of these petals. And I think that will just add that little bit of extra texture and a little bit of shine to the painting. And I really like how that looks. It's just a little bit of something metallic on the paper, and it's not overdone. And this pen goes down really nicely. And on some of these lighter colors, you can see how it pops more from the background versus going over the dark. But once I get done doing this, I'll be able to give you a close-up. And I love this effect, actually. You just never know what you're going to get when you sit down to paint. And it's great to try new things, because you might find something you really love to do. All right, I'm going to try to get these done quickly. Let me get the one down here. All right. And why don't we just add a couple little details to these twigs. And I'm just adding a few little dashed lines, nothing major, just to give it some highlight. Oops. All right. And then how about right here, we do some of my favorite circles. Almost like a little frame or something. Like that. Yeah. I think we can call this done. Let me lift this up to give you a close-up of our pretty little artwork that we did together. And you can see that sparkle from the pen is not overpowering, but it's just nice and subtle. But I love that cloudy look with the stamps and the watercolor background from those lighter colors and very watery mix. And you can see the dots to just add that little bit of extra detail around the flower petals. So I hope you really enjoyed this video today. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up so that more people can see it. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I hope you enjoyed doing this with me today as much as I did. And thank you so much for watching. Until next time, keep creating.